Hello, I'm IBXToyCat, and if you follow my channel by now, you've probably noticed that every Sunday I either upload Seed Sunday, or every other Sunday I upload TU19 QnA Sunday, where I answer your questions about TU19. And this week, I just felt like, instead of doing a Seed, what I'd do instead, if, just rushing out a Seed, I'd answer some personal questions, because this week I haven't done a personal story, so I'd answer, a few questions, and, maybe get a small story out of all of them, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. So I could also answer the most asked question on my channel, especially from long-term subscribers, and that is, please can you live stream again, preferably on Twitch if chat is better, and please can you get it fixed. So to kind of answer what's going on here, because I've only answered in comments, and not all of you read all of my comments, of course. I don't expect anyone to, but yeah, so to kind of answer this one, I can't stream right now. It's not because I don't want to stream, it's not because I don't have the, I guess it is because I don't have the ability to, but I can't stream right now because basically OBS, which is a streaming program, it won't accept my HDPVR. So if you don't know what that means, basically it just shows up with a big red box. So if I try to stream, instead of actually being able to see the stream, it just shows a big red box for some reason. I have no idea how to fix it. I've looked up so many ways how to fix it because I really want to stream. I love interacting with the subscribers. I love going in there with you guys and just having a fun time playing some Skywars, playing whatever we're playing, and I'm looking forward to doing that again at some point whenever I get it fixed. So as to where I'll be streaming when I do get it fixed and buy a new capture card, or finally actually work out a fix, probably YouTube at first. Once I get 100,000 subscribers, Twitch will partner me, which makes streaming there a lot easier and actually kind of bearable for me. So that's probably how I'm going to do this whole thing. I'll probably be streaming on Twitch eventually, but first YouTube, and that's as soon as I can get it fixed. I'm going to do a lot of research into it, that again. It's just I've been really busy with videos. So that's your answer to this question. I'm not just ignoring you guys. I'm not just hating. I really enjoy streaming with you guys, and I want to do that soon. So let's move on to the second question, which comes in from Devjivoro Prince. I won't do that for this Q&A, but he asks, did you have any problems choosing your options for GCSEs, and if you did, how did you choose them? So if you're not familiar, in the UK we have options for GCSEs. That means basically when we're 13, we pick what we're doing for the next 2 years, which determines what we do for the next 2 years, which determines what we do in university, which is what Americans call college. So they're 3 steps before the big step, I guess you could say. And to kind of answer this one, they're not as important as you think they are. Just as a pro tip to anyone out there doing them, the way I picked them, honestly, and I think this is a pretty good way, is just pick what you're good at if you want to get high, grades and you want to just do well in the A-levels and stuff, or pick what you enjoy doing. You could honestly pick, food, where you just make food all day, as well as, I don't know, PE, so you can play football all day and just you can pick whatever you want, and it's going to be just fine, honestly. I mean, maybe pick the more academic ones if you really want to do well, but just, honestly, I think fun is the key one to put here. But, in all seriousness then, how did I pick mine? I picked, 2 things I was good at that I also kind of enjoyed, so business and science, and then I decided for my third one, I was like, okay, so I've got to pick something here. How about Spanish? I kind of enjoyed my time in Spanish. By the way, I can say 10 words in Spanish right now, and despite the fact that I did it for a year, and as soon as I got in the classroom, the teacher was just like, oh, no, I don't think you should be doing this at GCSE. So, within my first lesson, she's like, you don't have to do this lesson. So I slept through the first couple lessons, naturally. If someone says you're allowed to sleep through a lesson, first thing you should do, sleep through that lesson. Or probably not actually do that if you want to actually have pro tips for life. But yeah, so basically, yeah, I went through the lesson and then she kicked me out, really, in the first couple lessons. And I had to pick through things that were in that same slot. So I had to pick between, I think it was textiles, sewing, and history. I don't know why textiles and sewing are 2 separate lessons. But of course, I decided on history in the end then. So I actually ended up getting a G, which is the lowest grade you can get in the UK. And I think you only need 10% for it. So that's impressive. I broke some form of new record. Maybe it's 20%. But, yeah, it's the lowest grade you can get, and I must be one of the first people to get it. So that's my claim to fame there. So how did I pick my GCSE options? Just pick things you kind of enjoy and are good at. Just try and find both those things. You won't go too far wrong. It doesn't affect your career. If you do, I don't know, maths now, you won't have to become an accountant when you're older. There's not a stamp they put on your hand that's accountant forever. Just doesn't work that way, which is actually kind of thankful for me, because, I wouldn't want to be an accountant forever. I'm not an accountant right now, so yeah, that's that one. So next question comes in from Apple Johnny, who asks, if you could visit anywhere in the world for a month, where would you visit? So I guess where do we choose, he says. And also, do let your Let's Plays more often, like maybe Monday to Friday. By the way, in the gameplay background, you're seeing me preparing my carrot farm for next Let's Play video. Why don't I do Let's Plays more often? I like to have it a weekly series. That way, I'm always working on it, and there's more time between episodes. And it also means, it's just a set point in each week. I kind of want to do more, but I really like it being a weekly slot. And I think it works, well for you guys, because then it's something you can either look forward to or catch up on in the same kind of way where it's coming, and I think it's the best way to do it, so I'm going to stick it that way. To answer your first question though, if I could go to anywhere in the world for a month, where would I choose? I guess as somewhere in Asia, because of how different it is. Like, I want to go somewhere different that also kind of appeals to me. So, like, either, like, South Korea, that's a really cool place. Like, it's so technologically advanced. Japan, maybe Hong Kong. Just, like, somewhere crazy that I can just be amazed at everything. Because, when you're traveling, you want to see stuff that's different. You don't want to, just sit in a McDonald's for a month. Although that'd be a weird trip to make, just sitting at McDonald's. And I wonder if you could get away with that, like maybe if you went to sleep under the tables. But in all seriousness here, where would I go to then? Probably, yeah, I'm going to say South Korea. Let's say South Korea, because then you've even got North Korea to the north. Maybe you sneak through there for a little bit for the month. It's a little risky. Maybe they bomb you. Maybe they shoot you because you're a, outsider. Or maybe it's a really fun holiday. That's what I think there. So to move on to the next question, comes from Reman123, who asks, Toy Cat, have you ever been suspended or expelled from school? Also, never top YouTube. Stop YouTube. You're a great person and a great YouTuber. Thank you, by the way, I appreciate that. But have I ever been suspended or expelled from school? I haven't ever been properly suspended, but there was this room in my school, when I was in up school, where you went if you were suspended, and that's also where you went to do the really long detentions. I mentioned this in a previous personal story. Basically, I had loads of, like, really short detentions, but as you don't do them, they get longer and longer, until it was like a 6-hour detention, or maybe it was 8 hours. It was a really long detention. I had multiple of them. So I went into that room, of course, and it's like, okay, I can catch up on work, and I can't get given homework in here, so that's swell, I guess. So at first, it's like, okay, these people are normal enough, and eventually it just turns into, oh, geez, like, there'd be like 6 other people with me in there. Maybe one of them would be doing, a long detention like me, and the other 4 would have all done really ridiculous stuff, like, threatened a teacher in a lesson, or like, pulled a knife on someone or something. And I got the pleasure of being in the same room as them, like a bunch of them, for a whole 8 hours with a teacher that wasn't really prepared for anything. She'd just go and get someone else if anything happened. So, I just kept to myself, did my own thing the whole day. But I did notice a lot of the things they did, and it was very, very annoying. It was like, oh, so we have these 10p coins. Let's throw them at a wall. Whoever gets closer gets to keep the money. Like, they had to ban gambling in our school because of that, because people there's just so many ridiculous things, and the type of people who get suspended all the time, I just don't understand them. So that's kind of my view on this whole thing. Also, one more story. Someone actually got expelled because they traded a knife for cigarettes, I think. So if you're in upper school, so you're like 13 to 16, don't trade knives for cigarettes. Don't gamble unless it's really fun. And I'm giving really bad advice here, but you get the point. I haven't actually ever been suspended or expelled, but I've been with the people who were expended because they internally suspended them, and it's not a fun time. I don't understand why you would. It's not difficult to not. Just don't. That's my actual pro tip for life. So yeah, and I've never been suspended. So moving on to the final question, which comes in from Hamsterman26. He asks, when are you thinking of stopping YouTube? Hopefully never, please. So to kind of seriously answer this one, I don't think I'm ever gonna see a point where I fully stop YouTube, because I started YouTube because I love sharing my gaming moments, and that's still true. Maybe if, like, some point down the road it, starts becoming a less and less popular thing, or something like that, where I have less time, I think I might have to, scale back YouTube. 2 videos a day is quite a lot of work in real time, but I don't think I'd ever want to stop it, because it's so fun. I love reading comments on a video that I really enjoyed making. I love reading comments about, when I've done something really cool in gameplays, and I love, to actually just do that all with YouTube. So, to kind of answer the question, when am I thinking of stopping YouTube? I don't have an intentional time. However, when I get a real job and I start doing that, I'll probably have to cut down on YouTube, especially since it'll probably be, less, popular, less profitable, etc. So, I guess I'm going to stop YouTube at some point in the next, 10 years, but honestly, I'm never going to fully stop YouTube. So, I'm going to slow down YouTube, but I'm never going to stop. That's the motto of life and of this thing. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can like it and let me know. Let me know if you enjoy this sort of Q&A Saturday format, or Q&A Sunday for personal Q&A. I don't know what I'm saying, format, but let me know if you do enjoy that sort of thing, because I really enjoy the personal stories, and I'm not always inspired to talk about a particular thing, and sometimes the Q&A thing helps with that. Just let me know what you think, and we'll work on something from that. So like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.